how the hell do I get my kids to wear sunscreen? Like, they're running around. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Like, how do you make sunscreen a priority and a way of life?
My son wants to do whatever I do. He wants to eat whatever I eat. He wants to put on my skin. Like, I'm doing my skincare. He wants to put it on. Like, he's put like makeup sponge on his face.
My daughter, who's like 7, and for her is like, she knows the rule, and what we do is make it a rule. So we started really early and basically say,
I know we're all moms, and a lot of people listening are moms, and probably their biggest question is like, well, how the hell do I get my kids to wear sunscreen? Like, they're running around. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Like, how do you make sunscreen a priority and a way of life? And so, you know, kids don't like being bothered. Like, they're just always on the go. They don't understand the importance of sunscreen. So I will say this, the number one thing that I do is just set an example. So my kids do it because they see me do it. And when you start at an early age and your kids are watching you, they want to be like you. So they're always like, they'll watch me put it on. They're like, Mommy, I want my sunscreen too. And so I've never even like said, you have to put it on. They've come to that decision themselves. I don't know about you guys. I'm sure your kids are probably the same way.
I know.
Actually,
It's
no.
like they want to do whatever. No,
your kids are amazing, but my kids are not.
My son wants to do whatever I do. He wants to eat whatever I eat. He wants to put on my skin. Like, I'm doing my skincare. He wants to put it on. Like, he's put like makeup sponge on his face. I'm like, don't do that, actually. So yes, he is all about sunscreen. And I liked what you said earlier, Jenny, about the sprays. Like, he has this obsession with sprays. Like, I have to keep water spray bottles around.
My son, he's got like 5 bottles of La Roche-Posay's thermal water spray.
Yeah, the thermal water. I'll let him do the thermal water.
Just spray.
It's
like,
so
I don't know
so he gets
I
really
don't
excited about the spray sunscreen, but when it comes to like really targeting, like I mentioned earlier, I like to do the stick, but he's pretty good. Like, if he sees me putting on sunscreen, he'll go along with it.
Good. So, I mean, my kids love to see what I do and they follow, but sunscreen is actually a little different. I think it's because I have like, my daughter who's like 7, and for her is like, she knows the rule, and what we do is make it a rule. So we started really early and basically say no going outside without sunscreen. So it's like next our door. So she knows. I think she didn't really enjoy the mineral sunscreens because obviously left a white cast. So now I just buy ones that are like from Japan, like that are made for kids, that she really actually like the way they feel and look, and so she's a little bit more excited about putting sunscreen on. And then so that's just the rule. And then for my son, it's just like making it fun. I think he still doesn't like me rubbing sunscreen, but he loves spraying it everywhere on the floor.
This morning, my daughter went to like a water park, and tell me you're a dermatologist without telling me, I was putting Korean sunscreen all over her. Like, how many kids at her school are getting Korean sunscreen applied to their body? But if you are not a dermatologist and you have normal children that don't enjoy putting sunscreen on, a few things you could do, like Jenny said, is do a game. You could buy fun packaging. You could get one of those. They make those stamp things where you put the sunscreen in and you just kind of like stamp them, and that's kind of an easy way. I would just be careful with that, where you don't like reuse it in the future. Like, you don't want to keep the sunscreen in it and then use it like a couple of days later, because that's not a good place to keep it. But if you immediately put it in and then you stamp it on, that's like a fun, easy way. But with that being said, I do want people to realize you don't have to buy kid sunscreen for your kid. You can use adult sunscreen if you want. The packaging really is just, I wouldn't call it a marketing ploy. It's just, it's easier for the average consumer to just be like, oh, I'm looking for a sunscreen for my kid. Let's go with the sunscreen that's marketed towards kids. Right. But if you really want to save some money and time, you can just use your adult one on your kid. But it just depends on your comfort level, how old your kid is, if they have eczema, right? So say you have a kid who has eczema, who's under, maybe 2 years old or whatever, I would probably go with a mineral sunscreen, and you can get an adult one like that. But for the most part, kid sunscreens are all mineral based. But there definitely are kid sunscreens that are also chemical. So that really is just a marketing tactic.
Yeah. No, so right. In fact, I don't think I've ever, unless it's like a PR package, I don't buy separate sunscreen for my kids. Like, well,
Yeah,
the ones from Japan, but the ones from Japan, I actually will also use myself. It's like the reverse. Like, it says for kids, but it's so elegant that I actually use it myself. Yeah, so like, and I like Mamina said, I think it's just like what you're comfortable, and Lindsay too, like, for kids who are like, younger, mineral sunscreen is probably a little bit better. But like my daughter, like she loves chemical sunscreens, and then we made that switch when she was around like 3.
Yeah.
When she was just like, I don't like to look white, like, with the sunscreen cast. Yeah.